Hey y'all, it's Megan and Andy. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us today. It's already been pretty busy, but we've got some fun things that we're going to bring y'all along for. At least I think they're fun.
That's right. So far, Megan's done homeschool. I walked around the fence, made sure everything was in good working order with it.
We moved the horses for now. We need them kind of out of our way for what we're about to do. So me and Maggie put the horses over in Lovey's pasture for a little while. You ready, sis?
Yeah.
We'll let them eat for at least till after lunch. Hello.
Come on, girl. Stop being so stubborn.
Got it?
Oh, well.
Just if you want to just leave his halter on, you can.
Hang on. Ew. You hate
Well, if they do like you did the other day, they'll
go
just quit and go hang out under the barn.
Yeah. I know, we laughed at them because we were like, you got all this fresh clover and grass to eat and go stand under the barn.
Yep.
Exactly what they do down there.
Yep.
Yeah, we got them moved and then moved those corral panels out of our way because it's grass day.
Well, I don't think he sees that it's going to need to be moved no time soon.
You ought to see that grass. I'm so happy for my cows.
And we also packed some sausage seasoning this morning.
And I forgot that. We did. We packed sausage seasoning and sent out a few of those orders. But first, anybody know what this is?
We got a chore. This is one I'm not looking forward to. But,
Well, he ain't no older than the other ones were when we did them.
boy, he's a feisty little thing, though.
I know.
He's been feisty since day one.
So we're gonna, if you don't know what we're talking about, we're gonna band our last calf, Cookie's little calf. He's actually, no, that's Black Star. We're gonna band Cookie's little calf, and what that is making them a steer. So, you know, you take your cats and dogs to the vet to get them spayed or neutered. This is neutering the calf, but this is just a way that it can be done on the farm. There are also more
aggressive ways of doing it.
aggressive ways of doing it, but this is what's always worked for us, and it's not invasive, but I do want to go ahead and get it done.
While they're still little enough to handle.
While they're still little enough to handle, and while it's still kindly cool out here, and
oh yeah,
you know, that makes a big difference too. So
yeah, that's a great point. Reason I went around the fence this morning is because while our grown cows, you know, they know the perimeter fence. They know exactly where the wires are, and you know, I better knock on wood when I say this, but I trust them whether there's power on the fence or not. Mm-hmm. But these little calves, they've never been out in the pasture before.
Yeah, this is a first that they get to go out and experience the grass.
Exactly, and I wanted to make sure that when they go out in the pasture that the power is all it's supposed to be on that fence, because they have to learn all right, we can't go any farther than this.
That's
And, you
right.
know, calves like to explore and venture, so
They're very
Yeah.
mischievous.
exactly. So I wanted to make sure that they learned real quick where they can and where they can't go.
They need to learn real quick that they better not get close to that wire.
Exactly.
They don't need to get in the habit of running through it, because then when it's got power on it, if they run through it fast enough, it ain't gonna shock them anyway.
That's right. And I heard Chuck say that you always want to make sure that the grass is greener on the inside of the fence.
There you go. That's
And-
pretty good.
Don't give them a reason, as long as they, and our cows for the most part do. They have everything they'll ever need inside this fence. There's no reason for them to want to get out.
Yeah.
But those calves are a different story, because they're curious and they just like to explore. So I want to make sure they learn real quick where they're supposed to be and where they're not supposed to be.
And so you'll notice too in this video that I've put Candy's halter back on. It's not something I like to do. I don't like to leave halters on animals. So she'll have that on while she's in the back 2 pastures, just to make it easier for milking on me, because I already know this is our 3rd year of doing this, how she'll be on those back 2 pastures. She's not very easy to get it to come up here, but and then I'll take it off when she's in these other sections that are up this way. But what I'll do, because it's a breakaway halter, number 1. So if she does get caught on something, it has a snap on it that should break. And I mean, as much walking and wandering around as we do, I will see her at least twice a day. Most days probably more than that. But that's just my little spiel about leaving a halter on something. I just ain't a big fan of doing it. And if it does have it on, then I try to make sure I keep a close eye on them. I wouldn't be going on vacation and leaving a halter on something. That's just me, though.
Right. I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
There's too many things. You just never know what they may get caught on.
Exactly. I mean, they scratch their face with their feet, or, you know,
just never
anything.
know.
But like I said, that one, when I bought, I made sure it was a breakaway halter. So if something does put enough pressure on it, it should break. But
Right.
anyways,
Well, we need to get started.
yes. Hey, help me, Andy.
I'm coming.
Come on, buddy.
You got that quick.
Hey, cows, go on before I choke him to death.
Cookie, he's good. Here you go. I got him.
Hang on, he's gonna choke himself.
I'm gonna catch him. He is bigger than them other 2 we done. He's huge.
Ah, got him.
Did you?
Yep. He
All
is.
right.
Woo.
That went a lot easier than I expected. They've took off with the rope.
And they were both hanging down. I think I got it on there good anyway.
I hope you did. Goodness gracious. He's a chunk. He's been a chunk ever since he was born, but man, just knowing what those other 2 felt like holding them, he's like holding a half-grown cow.
Woo.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. That went 10 times easier than I expected it to.
It's because we caught him when he was laying down. Let me make sure it looks all right.
Darn, that was easy.
Maggie wanted to get a little roping practice in before we let him loose.
She was
All
hoping
right.
she got the rope the little calf.
Hang on,
but
you gotta do it.
That went easier than
Look,
expected.
your ropes. Now, you gotta do it with your wrist. Okay, that
All right,
works.
Lee. Black Star's like, why are you hitting me in the face?
She's such a good cow.
She doesn't care.
No, you're not.
Yeah, don't knock them out.
Look, just take it. Look, take it. Just.
There's Tiger right behind you. She's always watching.
He said, what does he mean?
Now, what would be funny, Maggie, is if she took off wide open and you went with her.
Okay. Don't choke her to death.
He said, what's this for?
That cow don't care about nothing.
She's a big dog.
Yeah, mine near is a dog.
He said, what was that for?
She's probably gentler than some dogs,
Probably.
except for that one right there.
Oh, bless its heart. She said, do I get to chase some cows? I'm ready.
I know, that's what she's waiting on. That's exactly what she's waiting on. Hey, I'm going to go on up here and get those other posts and set up that wire.
Okay, I'm coming. I'll help you. You got her.
Poor,
my
poor
God.
Black Star. I'm pretty sure Candy knows exactly what's fixing to happen here. She's been waiting on this moment for quite a while. So my plan is I'm gonna take some of these step-in posts and run a temporary wire right down to this gate. That's not necessary. However, I wanna do it just to listen to them. They know exactly what's fixing to happen. I wanna do this so it makes it easier for us to get them out down there into that big pasture. Because if we just turn them loose onto this fresh grass, they're gonna be out here just chomping away, and it's gonna be hard for us to get them where we actually want them to go. So when we rotate, the way we do this, because our pasture is kind of like an L shape, it is very hard for us to make like a circle. So we have to go all the way out to the far end, and then we rotate them back to here. That's our last little pasture they stay in. And then when they move from this one, they go all the way back out. We have one big move back to the far end. And we just repeat the process over and over and over. Now we do need to set up water, but they're going to be so concerned about the grass that there's no use in us getting in a hurry. We'll do that after we get them moved. They're not going to care not one thing about water right now. This right here is always exciting though, because these cows, after being put up and not having green grass for so long, they get so excited when you put them out here like this. So anyways, grass is looking absolutely just beautiful. I mean, beautiful. So before we turn these cows out, even though they are anxiously waiting and I'm not going to make them wait much longer, I do want to show everybody something out here, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
This here grass.
Yes. Andy made a believer out of me.
What, an unrolling hay?
Yeah.
Made a believer out of myself.
Yeah. We, if y'all remember, and y'all been around since, what, the fall, I guess.
Well, it was late summer, early fall when we really held them off in this pasture and unrolled hay in it.
Yeah.
Because we were in a drought.
Oh, that's right.
And
it
so
quit raining.
We quit rotating because we was in that drought because the grass wasn't growing.
Right.
And we just started feeding hay in this pasture. And we were unrolling hay over the pasture.
Right.
And we had so many people asking, why are we doing it that way? And
Why
we had
are we wasting so much hay?
And we had a lot of people saying too, that agreeing with us that it was a great idea. It was like a 50-50.
Yeah.
And I want to show you that I am 100% a believer in rolling out hay now. This is unbelievable.
It ain't never looked like this.
So, at this point, it's done too hard to really see. But there was, you could see tracks of where we unrolled hay and new grass come up from that hay.
Well, look at this. This is in that hay.
All of this right here, I'm pretty sure is new grass. This wasn't grass that was here originally because we had no grass in this pasture.
No, this pasture, if you remember, this is the worst pasture, this section. It's rocky, it's hard. We've planted grass on it every year after year, and yeah, look at all over there. That over there was the really poor spot, and look over there.
And right here,
that's the real bad spot.
Hey, we're gonna have to go back and find water hoses. Look right here. We left them laying out here this winter. Those are gonna be fun to dig out of this.
Well, I'll have to dig them out. They're stretched all the way out through there.
Okay, so we're just gonna have to bring one to this. Okay.
That was my plan. I was just gonna leave it and hope for the best.
Well, hopefully that works.
Yeah.
But right here we had a really thick spot of hay that they didn't eat up for some reason. And so you can still see some residue from the hay, and that's fine because that's making like a nice mulch layer for the ground. But what I've noticed is we've got all this vetch, and then all of this right here come up from the hay. And the reason I know that is because y'all watched me reseed this pasture back late fall. What I'm showing you right here was already sprouted and germinated at that time. I honestly don't think any of the seed except for the clover seed came up from what I done this fall because it was so late and it turned off so cold. But this is just amazing. Look right here.
There are spots that it's knee deep. And this is with no rain. In
Yeah,
a
this
drought.
is with no rain.
In a drought.
So the reason we've held off so long on turning these cows out is because we've been waiting on rain. I wanted to get one good shower of rain on this pasture to just really bring everything out, and we ain't got it. We got 3 tenths the other day, and while I'm thankful we got those 3 tenths sucked up into the ground like it never even happened. And so, yeah, I'm anxious to see how fast the pastures actually grow back after we make a round of rotating, because I kind of feel like the grass is somewhat halted at this moment. Like, we need rain. I don't know what other way to put it.
The good thing is, right here on this spot, it'll still be a little over a week before they're even right here.
It may be longer than that.
So hopefully there'll be a shower or something in between there.
I really hope that we don't have the first chance of rain for the next 10 days on the forecast. But either way, I'm still impressed with what these pastures look like. I mean, that grass is nice.
I mean, really, I wish maybe I can find some footage from some old videos that show this part right here, because we've tried chickens on it, reseeding it, everything, and this is the best it's ever looked.
We've got to quit rambling because we've got...
They know what's going on.
They
They're
are
patient.
very anxious.
They're patiently waiting.
All right, so let's set in these temporary posts here, and then we'll put up that run of wire.
Andy, don't trust my cows.
No, it's not that I don't trust them. I just know what they're going to be doing. They're going to be out here, and they may still run through the wire. They're going to be out here frolicking around.
They ain't going to run through the wire.
They ain't going to want to care about nothing about going in that gate down there.
They know what's on the other side, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but at this point,
They know what's over there.
I believe this looks better than what's on the other side. It's the first time I've ever said that.
It actually, yeah.
This little pasture right here looks great.
And it's always been the worst. Always.
Yep. So, if we end up in a drought again this year and I have to start feeding hay, you best believe that in one of these, I'm going to pick the worst one. We're going to hold them off there, and I'm going to start unrolling hay on it.
Mm-hmm.
We did this spot right here over the winter. Now, this spot is going to be a while before we actually graze, because they stayed in this over the winter and it got overgrazed, and it's got to have some time to recover. I'm thinking at least another month before that right there gets grazed. But anyways.
It all depends on the rain situation. If we start getting rain, it'll be sooner than that.
If we start getting rain. That's the key to it all. We got to have rain. So I guess what we'll do, I'm trying to figure out what we're going to tie to. We can tie our reel up there where we've got that one hooked.
Oh, because it's not on the post.
Yeah, it's not on the post there. It'll work. We'll tie the reel to that right there, and then open this gate up down here and tie it to that gate.
So how do I get them in the ground?
I hope they just push in the ground. Is it that hard?
I'm scared I'm going to break it.
Oh, I think the worst you're going to do is bend these. So if you want to get that reel, and go ahead and hook it up there and just follow behind me.
See if I remember how to use this thing without getting shocked.
If you hook it right, you ain't gonna get shot no way, because that end on it don't conduct electricity. Know what I mean?
So what are we gonna hook it to down there?
The gate. We'll just hook it to the gate when we open the gate.
So we don't want it to have no power on it.
No, it ain't got to have power. I just want it to be there to show them that they ain't supposed to go this way.
How you get this on here?
Hang on, I'll come help you.
I got it. I figured it out.
Okay.
All right, let's see if I can figure this one out. figured the one out. Nope, that ain't.
Do what?
I figured that one out. Let's see.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Well, this is my first time using a pigtail post.
Yeah, that thing's about to whoop my tail, outsmart me. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Yeah, if it's in there, it's right. So we upgraded the other day and bought us some of these metal step-in pigtail posts. Because all we'd ever had was the plastic ones, and we finally broke them all. And I'm sure there's a trick to this, because I've watched Chuck do it on his videos, and it literally looks like it's like one quick motion and he's done with it.
Is it like that?
No, that's not right.
I somehow twisted that one while ago and it went straight on in there. And
Let me try it.
it's not as easy as it looks.
All right. So there we go. There you go. You got to go over and under.
Over and under? What do you mean?
So you'll go
oh, you just
like
did.
that.
Oh.
That's it.
My brain don't work that way.
It don't.
I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to
Does
get
your
that.
brain work?
Sometimes.
So go ahead.
Every once in a
No,
while.
go ahead and put it in that pigtail, and then we'll just run
Oh,
it
I
over
didn't
to the-
see. I didn't see you have one right there.
Yeah. I got it there holding the gate.
All right, like that.
No. No.
That.
There you go.
There it is. Why can't I just hook this on the gate?
Well, you can hook it. Yeah, hook it right here. Hook it right there,
Why can't I?
and then pull it tight. You can tell we don't use reels every day.
Well, I mean, it's been 6 months since I've had to.
But since you've had to fool with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I believe, I don't know, them calves may run out of that wire, but we'll see.
I need a stick. We need to make sure it's open all the way to out there.
It's not. I forgot about that. So, I have had a chance the last couple of evenings to do just a little bit of work to the barn. You can see I trimmed out the door and I'm starting along the edge. I did trim out the back side already, but things on that barn have kind of slowed down at the moment. But grass out here is looking great. Look at here. Look at that. I mean, just look at that. Of course, it ain't gonna look like that long. Them cows are gonna come out here and wreak havoc on it. What Megan's doing now, though, she's opening up. See, we're going all the way out to that far end, and that's where they'll start. Hey, look. Yeah, right there lays the water hose. And right there's the end of it. I thought we had one running from here to out there. I may have got that one up last year. Yeah, so we'll have to get all those water hoses and everything in order, but I just love admiring the grass. It looks great everywhere. So we unrolled hay in this pasture right here for a very short time. And everywhere that you see a thick clump, that's all manure piles. That's where they were. They ain't there no more. They've done broke down and gone. But look right there. There's a little bit of it left. See it in there? It's pretty much turned to soil already. Look right there. That is pretty much soil. Look at the worm that's up in there. So yeah, grass is looking great. We do have a little bit of clover in there amongst it all. There's vetch, there's other things, there's weeds. There's all kinds of things growing in here, but it's all good, lush and green looking. I'm gonna tell you.
They know what to do. They'll see that open and they'll want to eat, but if we're behind them, I think we'll get killed after them.
Tiger. So,
Come on, Tiger.
I can't wait to just see them as soon as they come out. They're gonna go crazy and their head's gonna go down.
They'll be so happy.
They are gonna be happy. I'm kind of happy myself to see them go out.
And you got power on the fence, right?
It's supposed to be.
Okay.
It was a while ago. It may not be now. Are y'all ready? I'm sure you are.
Yeah, we'll just slowly walk behind them and encourage them. Come on, Black Star. Look out.
Looky here. Come on.
Come on.
Look at her. She can't even make a step. Her
She's gonna
foot,
step on her head.
she's gonna step on her
I
head.
gotta get in there and get them babies. They don't know they're supposed to come out.
Nope. I get them.
The little gentleman.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
You're okay, honeys.
Come on.
All right, let's go. Look out. Let's
Look
go.
at it. Look, look, look.
Let's go.
Black Star's gonna run over the camera. Gosh, she's fat.
Give them time. They'll work their way on through there.
Why are they going to that bottom corner?
Because the calves were. Cookie's calf just jumped it.
Did it?
Yeah.
I missed that. Come on, Tiger.
Come on.
Come on.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Come on, Tiger. Come on. There she comes. Boy, she's a flying too.
Come on.
Come on, Tiger.
One gate at a time.
Come on.
You hear me?
Come on.
What are y'all, why are y'all making circles?
Go get them, Tiger. Go put them cows out there on the end.
Tiger. We gotta run them a certain way. Now come on with me. I told you they knew what to do.
Yeah, I see that. You got high confidence in your babies.
Lord, yeah.
Look at them calves running. Ain't they happy?
Yes.
Hey, there's another water hose.
Hey, buddy.
Well, they're happy now. See all those dark clumps out there? It's the same thing.
Yeah, that was hay.
Hay and manure pats.
Them cows don't look too bad be coming out of winter time, do they?
No, they don't.
Look at
Look,
Cookie.
look, she's after her baby.
She said, where'd he go?
Them calves are so happy.
Look at them. They're like the Three Stooges coming up through there.
All right.
So, I'm just going to say that watching this, I think every time they move, like, just makes it worth it. Makes the work worth it.
Just
I
to
guess,
see that.
yeah, I could stand here and watch them about all day.
I know you would, trust me.
Hey, babies.
Them calves, they're something. I mean, this is the first time they've really got to run since they've been born.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope they don't end up out.
They'll come back. They won't get too far from Mama.
That's true. So, I'm thinking right now, or we're thinking that we're just going to have to watch the grass. But on each little pasture we have, which are roughly, they come through this wire. They are roughly probably an acre and a half. This one right here may be a little less than that. This one's, I don't know, this one here is probably 2 acres.
What y'all doing?
Y'all ain't supposed to be on this side of the wire.
Go over there. I should open this back.
Well, it ain't nothing for a calf to cross that. No, he's going. See?
That one said, I'm too tall. Now, go. Go, buddy. There you go.
But we're hoping that at the moment we can get about 2 to 3 days per one. But like I said, we're just gonna have to watch the grass and see how it grows, and it's all gonna depend on rain and you name it. But anyways, that's what we hope for. And so by the time we make this whole rotation, we're looking at about 2.5-ish weeks, which is not ideal, but it's just what works for us. They are happy though.
I'll get my exercise in coming to milk in the mornings now.
Yeah, you will. So, I guess we need to get some water out here.
Yeah, bring their trough, their water trough and stuff. So now they're out here. We just won't feed them quite as much in the evenings. I still feed them a little bit.
I know. I keep telling her, like, honey, they got all this grass. They don't need to be fed.
Well,
She said, but I feel sorry for them.
Funny story, Black Star has been on a diet. She was eating separate, which I guess that's done now. But we were feeding her separate because she's obese.
They don't need no feed, but I guess keeping them just a little bit of feed throughout this time of year, they remember what a feed bucket is. And
Well, but
that comes in handy.
Candy needs it.
Well, she'll get it while you're milking, though.
Right, but she's looks better this year. I think it's because she's been getting fed twice a day.
Yeah, probably.
Them milk cows, that's one thing for sure. Unfortunately, unless you get a certain gene, you gotta feed them. I mean, you just got to.
Yeah, they have a hard time holding their weight if you try to do just grass
When they're in
only.
milk, now as soon as they go out of milk, dry off, I mean, they gain it back just like that. But when they're in milk, they'll lose it in a hurry.
They having a time now, ain't they? They'll sleep good tonight.
Yeah, they will. I feel like they've already about got tired.
Seem that way. They sure are pretty.
Oh, they're beautiful.
And just in case y'all have missed it, all three of them were bull calves. So
And the one that passed was a bull.
Yep.
All of them that were born this year were bulls.
we had 4 bulls. It's kind of funny though, because Daddy's bull is the one that bred these cows this time, and he's known for throwing bull calves, and he got us 4 bull calves here. Well, 3 now, but
Would have been 4.
would have been 4. And that's the next thing we got to do now. We've got to get the bull back up here. Now that they're out on pasture, we've got to bring Daddy's bull up here, go ahead and get them bred, and that'll put us all back in line for having calves roughly the same time as we had them this year.
Yep.
Which is kind of what we strive for, having those early or late winter calves.
Well, like I said, we usually use a bull when nobody else needs it. So he said he needed it back by what, June?
Yeah, and Daddy's pretty anxious to get him out of his pasture right now. So I think the intention is this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he told me earlier today.
Look
I
at
talked
that
to him.
running around. Which that bull, I mean, he was fine last year. We brought him up here.
Yeah.
He's all right. Or we fed that bull for 4 months, I think. Didn't need to feed him about 3 weeks.
Yeah, he done his job and got it done.
No, about a month, I guess.
One
But-
thing's for sure, he's a bull. He's a big one. He's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Just go slow. Put that four-wheeler right into use. Why is that thing so light? I hear the water running. They just got it on. Get it under there?
Water coming up?
Yeah. I said, wait, I hear water running.
Yeah, I turned it on. I was wondering if I'd beat it out here or not.
no water spewing up out through there nowhere, do you?
I hadn't yet.
Does it?
What?
My screw stops gonna work.
Does it?
I went up to the porch and plugged it.
So we're gonna try something this year. We got a little trough. We're gonna put a float valve on it. We're gonna see how that works for us.
I think it's gonna work. We may have to adjust the trough so that this is on the downhill side.
Right.
But I think it's gonna work. It's gonna work a lot better because what's one thing we've noticed from having our cows at the neighbors, they just had a little bitty water trough. I mean, it's a tiny one, but we put one of these water valves on it, and so it keeps water there all the time. And then if you need to move it, you don't have that much you got to dump out. So
It ain't wasting so much.
yeah, so I think this is gonna work great. And one thing I don't want to mislead anybody on is I did fertilize these pastures. We kind of showed a clip of that in a previous video. So, you know, they have had fertilizer, and I went and hit them with the super phosphate as well. So, I mean, they should be growing like they are. So I didn't want you to think that they've gotten this dark and green just because we rotated them, which that has helped tremendously. I'm just saying, I don't want to put the picture out there that I didn't put any fertilizer on my pastures, because I did. They look beautiful though. I think I'm more excited over how the pastures look than the cows. I think it's because I like grass.
And I like cows.
You like cows and I like grass.
It works out good together.
Yep. I love to go grass. And not only did we get the super phosphate and the triple 14 fertilizer, we made a ton of compost this year, and I put it out on every single one of the bad spots we had in this pasture until I run out. All right, so from the last video that I showed of the bulldozer, I want to give everybody a quick update before we go to working on it this evening. For anybody who is new around here and don't know the story with this bulldozer, this is about a 1958 to 59 model D6B. Even though it says C, it is a B, Caterpillar bulldozer. Long story short, it sat right down there in the edge of the woods for about 10 years, and because it had a hole in the radiator. Well, you know, we bought our land up the road here. I needed something to help me clear that, and we actually considered buying a machine, but I was like, this bulldozer's here. I know this bulldozer. I've actually run this bulldozer a lot. This is what we use to clear the land up at our house. I was like, let's just fix this one. Let's put some money into this one and fix it. So we did. I went and had a brand new, well, I say brand new. I had a radiator built for it, which is right there. We stuck that in there thinking it was going to fix the problem. Come to find out, it didn't. It did obviously fix the hole in the radiator, but turns out the water pump was also bad and leaking. So we ended up having to rebuild the water pump. Now we currently have everything put back together. The radiator is ready to sit back into it. And on the last video y'all saw of this, the water pump was leaking at idle. Well, come to find out, I looked it over on the little diagram we had of it and looked at everything that was on that diagram, and it did not show that we missed not one piece when putting that water pump back together. Everything that was on that diagram was in that water pump, because we had to rebuild it, and we had to buy a kit to rebuild it. So everything in that water pump had to be bought pretty much separate. Like, it come in kits, but it didn't all come together. Anyways, I'm getting off subject here. Anyways, I got to reading online, and somebody mentioned something about a ceramic gasket. And I was like, what is a ceramic gasket? You know, it didn't ring a bell. I didn't recognize what that might have been. Well, long story short, reading about it, it's a piece that comes with the impeller that's inside the water pump. So we pulled the water pump back apart, and that piece wasn't there. Looked on what come out of the water pump, the old parts, and there it was, right there. And anyways, we put that back in there, and upon our testing so far, I think it's fixed. We've just got to get the radiator back in it. But before we got to working on it, I just wanted to kind of update everybody on what was going on with that water pump, because some of you guys are really interested in that kind of stuff and you want to know what's going on. And typically when I get to working, especially on this thing, you know, my mind's on working and not explaining what's going on. But inside of there is the craziest setup I've ever seen for sealing something off. And that little washer, so see the shaft coming out the end right there, when you tighten all that up, it compresses everything inside that water pump and makes it seal off. That washer not being in there, and it was literally made out of what looked like ceramic, but it helps compress all those seals together, and that's why it was leaking at idle. And I'm assuming when we'd riv it up, maybe everything was spinning so fast inside, it made those seals expand, and that's why it would seal off and not leak when it was running wide open. So anyways, now that hopefully this will be back fixed, I still need to change oil in it. I want to kind of give it a good go over. I want to change oil. We've got to put the belly pans back on. I got to change fuel filters. I mean, there's a lot still left to do, but hopefully, just hopefully, here in just a little bit, this thing will be back the way it should be and not leaking. Now, the old girl has got oil leaks all over her. The injection pump right there has an oil seal that's bad in it that leaks, and it actually leaks pretty bad. There's a diesel fuel leak right there. The head gasket on the other side leaks oil. You can kind of see it on the side of the block down in there. But anyways, the old girl, she's got plenty of leaks. We got a hydraulic cylinder that leaks bad. See how wet it is down here? It's where hydraulic oil is running out that seal right there and down. But on old equipment like this, sometimes you just add fluid instead of fixing those leaks. But the radiator is the one thing that you can't have leaking, because you'll be blowing water everywhere, and with a leaking radiator, that thing gets hot quick. And once that engine gets hot, well, you could easily fry it in a hurry. But yeah, there's all these other fluids, the hydraulic fluid and the engine oil. I mean, about every time I go to fire it up, I'm probably going to have to check. Not saying it's going to be low, but I'm going to have to make sure I check everything before I go fire it up each time I run it. But I think that's just part of some of this old equipment, and every bit of it could be fixed, but golly, all the time we took and fixed all of those leaks, something else would pop up, and there'd be something else to fix. And not only that, it cost us an arm and a leg to fix all that. And it would be different if we were out here like grading and doing this work to get paid with, and we were relying on this machine every day. But we're not. It's just a farm machine, and it'll get the job done just like it is. It just requires a little bit of extra attention every now and then. But I cannot wait to get this thing going, to get it up there on the new land, and to start sharing with y'all, because I absolutely love running this bulldozer. In my opinion, there's nothing that sounds better than that old 6-cylinder diesel right there when she's in a good pull. I mean, it just sounds good. And so anyways, I cannot wait to bring y'all along when that part gets here. But hopefully this evening we've got a good running dozer. I ain't gonna put that in there yet.
Can't get to that one.
You have to use this side. Go around and try the other side.
I was able to get to all of them when I took it back out.
Well, the pipe's in the way.
I'm gonna take that off and use it right there. Put you on this side.
Do I need extension?
Mash your button. Too long. Where'd that little short one go?
What are you looking for?
That little short stick.
I don't know.
Well, it's working.
Door?
Yeah.
You getting it in there?
Yeah. Oh. Hurry.
Need this.
No, this one worked.
Got it tight?
Yep.
Tight both of them up with that, then you go to the other side. Check it.
All right, I think everything's good under there.
I was gonna
What do
put
you call
water.
that seal?
Ceramic seal.
Ceramic seal. That comes with propellant that you have to put in there. So we took the old parts we had laying here and found one and stuck it in there and it seemed like it won't work. So I don't know why you get 25 damn key. Because paperwork says a seal key. Now why can't all of it come together? I have no idea.
It just barely reaches, so you're gonna have to like stretch it. There you go. Keep it going. Where's that coming from?
Yeah.
That's coming from the side. Is that clamp not loose? Tight.
I know, I didn't tighten it up.
Oh, okay, good.
But yeah, go ahead and get them head.
Well,
Five loads on 12 cooker.
don't see no more.
Alright, well, ain't no water coming out, is that a good sign?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna run water in it and see what happens. We're gonna crank it up here and see if it moves.
I think it's full.
Yeah, it'll. Once it gets to running, it'll circulate the engine.
Alright, Jim, we're gonna fire this thing up. I won't be able to hear you, so. Let's see what happens.
All right, first you gotta turn that switch right there on. Put some muscle into it. All right, turn it to the heat. Pull your throttle down, just feel that click. Just heat it for a minute. Did you hear it? Go boom boom.
Yeah.
All right, try to crank it. Gonna run out of batteries.
Heat it again.
I am.
That thing must have not charged the other day. We didn't run long enough.
do this?
Maybe.
Let the clutch out.
I
There you go. That's how you kill it. There you go. Give that baby some gas. Lord have mercy. Here we go. You reckon you gotta go so fast?
I don't know.
You're running 15 mile an hour up the driveway. Well, y'all just witnessed Jacob's first time ever driving that truck.
Yeah, that one. I drove like Papa's Strike here before.
But anyways, I think today was a pretty successful day. We got the cows out on grass, got the bull banded, we got the bulldozer fixed. The bulldozer seems to be fixed now, so now it's just getting things back together, servicing and all that, and hopefully I'll be ready to put it to work. And Jacob drove the truck.
Yep.
But anyways, y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's getting late. It's time to go in and take a shower and call it a night. So like we always say, hope you might have learned a little something, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Y'all have a good one.